Yeah, I think really what we are seeing here is potentially another example of Vladimir Putin throwing enough chum into the water to distract Donald Trump from going ahead with a more lethal escalation, as it would be if he did give those Tomahawk missiles to the Ukrainians, but also to potentially stop a kind of package of sanctions that could be potentially heading his way. We heard a question about those sanctions, and Trump said that he was going to be discussing it with the leaders of the Republicans in the Senate and the House, Speaker Johnson and Senator Thune as well. But those sanctions packages have been making their way through Congress for some time and have still not yet seen the light of day, especially not a signature on the president's desk. So whether Vladimir Putin is just giving the president here another carrot to kind of delay the process even more and kick the can further down the road remains to be seen. We heard there from Donald Trump that he will be meeting Vladimir Putin within the next 2 weeks or so, he said. It should be argued, though, that the 2-week time frame is a time frame that Donald Trump likes to use often. He often says, oh, I'll be doing that within the next 2 weeks or so, and that 2 weeks then becomes another 2 weeks and another 2 weeks after that. So don't mark your calendars just yet that this meeting between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump is set in stone. It might not end up happening, and if it does end up happening, it might be significantly longer than 2 weeks away. I think the real takeaway really from that press gaggle in the Oval there was the walkback that Donald Trump gave on the Tomahawk missiles. We already heard from Zelensky earlier in the day that the talk of the Tomahawks was what forced Vladimir Putin to come back to the dialogue with Donald Trump. But for the first time, the US president, who up until now has said that they had Tomahawks to give everybody, effectively, is now saying that the US needs these Tomahawks, and therefore they kind of need to, safeguard them somewhat. So Donald Trump walking back there slightly, the Tomahawk possibility to give to the Ukrainians. So we, at this moment, are still in the very kind of early stages, the kind of push and pull and the kind of games that we see played out on the international stage. We're going to see now where this sets the ground for the meeting with Zelensky tomorrow, and see what the Ukrainian president thinks that he can get out of the US president in his third visit to the Oval Office since Donald Trump has been back in it.